those who said that Aaron Rodgers did a great job with Jeopardy were not watching. This guy was acting like he had just smoked some legal marijuana before he went out there. This guy's so laid back, it's not for him.
What do you want? That's his part. What do you want him to do?
I'm so glad you brought that up.
I think he needs a little more personality. If you're going to be a game show host, you can't go so laid back. Like, did you see when the guy put in the thing about asking him about the field goal, and he gave him that?
Yeah, it was great.
Chuckle, but I mean, can we get a little bit more of a reaction out of you?
Well,
this guy is so laid back.
The one thing that people
said you have every right to question. He gave you a little something. I mean, that's his personality, though. I mean, I think he's doing a good job. I think it's a tough spot.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm with Will here. So I was able to watch a little bit more in depth last night. I told you Monday was a little tough for me because I got really caught up in like the Mets pregame stuff and the Yankee game was on and stuff. But I was able to watch a little more closely last night. And I don't know if it's a fit. Like, I love Rodgers and I love Jeopardy. I almost think it's too big. Like, his personality is laid back, but I almost wonder if he's too big of a celebrity. Maybe it's just because in our world, he's the MVP of the league and we know just how, like, famous he is. Maybe for people who aren't following sports, they don't really care as much. But I think it's almost he's too big. I think he's got a little ego with this, too. Like, he's like, well, that answer wasn't right. And to be honest, like, I knew that one. And I knew that one. The one thing that people don't get about Alex Trebek and what made him so great is that Alex Trebek was like a trained actor. He was turning it up. The rest of the people, I think, are just letting this is just their personality. Like, Trebek had he knew what needed to be done with that role.
Well, right. He's never going to be Alex Trebek. I mean, he's not going to be that. But are you surprised by the personality? This is who he is.
Yeah, I don't think permanently. I don't think he's
this
the
is
answer.
what he has been his entire NFL career. I mean, he's been this guy. He's rubbed people the wrong way. Sometimes he's been a little, bougie or highbrow, right? Where he thinks he's the smartest guy in the room.
Yeah.
So he comes in. That's the way he comes across on TV. It's the same way that he comes across during the NFL season.
Yeah.
That bothers people. I mean, that's what now you're seeing for a half hour on Jeopardy.
It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me on Jeopardy. I just think that, listen, 2 episodes in, we get another, 2 weeks with the guy, right? Finish out this week, get next week. So he could end up growing on me. But right now, he's not my favorite. I actually think that Katie Couric has done a really good job. I thought, but she's got that sort of friendliness factor where it's not about her, it's about the contestants. I can't tell with Rodgers yet. It still feels like it's about Rodgers. And it's got to be about the contestants. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. If you're gonna,
I'm not gonna. Big. It's too
hard
much.
to compare
it's Aaron
him
Rodgers
to.
Reading your clues.
It's hard to compare him to Katie Couric, who's done so much in her career on the air. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is an NFL quarterback.
We're
so
talking
you're
about the permanent host here. This is tryouts.
I don't think he's going to be the permanent host. I don't think he's getting the job. Well, that's fine. But I don't understand why he is who he is. So he goes on. What did Will and Brooklyn want him to do?
Need?
Start doing some soft shoe to begin the show? What do you want him to do? All of a sudden, he acts completely different than what he does as an NFL. This is who he is. I mean, this is the guy that was videoed a couple weeks back on a flatbed truck in Green Bay with a six-pack, with a case of Bud Light. I mean, this is who Aaron Rodgers is. Aaron Rodgers is a laid-back guy. He thinks he's very bright, very intelligent. He rubs people the wrong way at times. So, I mean, this is the way he comes across, and that's what you're getting on Jeopardy for a half hour.
I know, but it's not. It shouldn't be about you. It's what does the show need, and I don't think Rodgers has figured that out because everywhere Rodgers goes, it's just good. He's Aaron Rodgers. The door's open. People worship him.
Maggie, I totally agree with you with Rodgers. I've been watching Jeopardy since Art Fleming years ago, and his personality is too big. It's like I felt like he thought he was bigger than the contestants, and he almost expected them to get the answers right the way he was reading the question. It was
right. I'm surprised you didn't get that one because I had that one in the bag.